I was pretty confident with the shotgun. The Bren, a little worried about that. The pistol, those little targets were intimidating me.
Hi everybody, welcome to Modern Shooter. And of course, as a shooter, I am sure you have a discipline you like more than all the others. Maybe that's sporting clays, maybe it's rimfire, maybe it's 3-gun. Now, imagine if you could take all those disciplines, your favorite, plus some others, mash them together in one huge event where you could shoot alongside some of the best pros in the industry, your mom and your dad, your kids, all together at the line at one time.
You are going into the unknown. What's on the other side may know you're coming.
These days, you can go almost anywhere you want and attend a competitive sporting clays match, a competitive rimfire event, same thing for 3-gun. But very rarely can you get all three of those in one spot, and that's what the Aguila Cup is all about.
Yeah, we wanted to create a family-friendly event that incorporated multidiscipline shooting sports, not just sporting clays, not just rimfire. We wanted to incorporate 3-gun, and we wanted to have an opportunity for new shooters or for people that were interested in shooting to have the chance to come out and learn a little bit more about it.
Woo! Got them both.
I got them both?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
So off behind me, and then again right here off to my right, is the rimfire portion of the Aguila Cup. There are 4 separate bays, but inside each one of those bays, there's a lot of really cool stuff going on. You've got shooters, the best shooters in the world, who are running these courses sub 3-second runs. I mean, that is cranking for a 5-target stand. But on the flip side of that, right behind them in line, you've got this gorgeous little 10-year-old girl who pulls up, runs that course methodically, pulls a solid 10-second run, and the crowd goes absolutely nuts. So you can pull up here, shoot with some of the best shooters in the world, learn from them, and have the time of your life doing it. It's a really, really, really cool situation.
Oh man, this is a blast. I mean, whenever you're a professional at anything, you're doing it constantly. You're perfecting, your art, right? So to kind of step off the stage and go try a little bit different game, even though you're still pulling a trigger out of a gun and shooting at a target, it's night and day difference, man. So I'm loving it. It's something I would definitely consider getting into. I mean, I wouldn't say at a professional level or anything, but as far as a fun escape, I guess it used to be golf, but now here we go.
Completely different game. The whole process of hitting your target is almost completely different outside of the actually pulling the trigger and making the gun go bang.
Whoa. If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times already. The diversity of discipline is unheard of, right? Let's go back to this morning at the Rimfire Challenge. You've got 10-year-old kids shooting alongside guys like Mark Brettel, some of the fastest steel pistol shooters in the world. And look over my right shoulder, same type of thing here on the Sporting Clays course. You've got guys like Dave Miller, a world record holder behind that shotgun. Guys like Corey Cruz won the Texas Open, the US Open. He's got more shotgun accolades to his name than I can even count. And then again, right alongside him, there's Mark Brettel again, world champion pistol shooter, but he's picking up a shotgun. Just these guys meshing together, the pros meshing with the amateurs, the young kids meshing with the guys who've been doing this for years. It's a fantastic situation.
It's different than a typical regular registered sporting clay shoot. This is about exploring the Aguila product. We are exploring the Aguila product because we're shooting a rimfire, we're shooting a 9mm, we're shooting a 5.56, we're shooting the mini shell, we're shooting a regular 12-gauge shells. They're showcasing their whole line here.
As a shooter and somebody who wants to get better as a shooter, I think people should go outside the box and try other shooting sports that'll make you a better shooter in your sport.
Modern Shooter is brought to you by Aguila Ammunition, Feed Your Firearm. By H&H Precision Rifles, engineering precision rifles and components for the world's most demanding shooters. Sig Sauer Electro-Optics, see the difference. By Secure It, intelligent firearm storage. And by Turnbull Restoration, specializing in the accurate restoration of historical metal finishes on period firearms. And by Benchmark Barrels, world-class accuracy made in the USA.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Modern Shooter. Today I'm standing just outside of Dallas, Texas at the 2018 Aguila Cup. And now these days, you can go pretty much anywhere you want and attend a competitive sporting clays event. Same thing for rimfire and a competitive 3-gun event. But it is very, very rare where you can get all three of those events in one specific location. Now, you remember my good buddies, Mark Reddle and Dave Miller. If you recall, Mark is one of the fastest guys in the world with a pistol. Dave, of course, a world record holder with a shotgun. But in true Aguila Cup form, we're gonna take that, we're gonna jumble it all up. We're gonna see how Mark can teach Dave how to run a pistol, and we're gonna see if Dave can teach Mark how to run a shotgun.
So you want me to teach him how to shoot a pistol?
All I can do is wish you luck.
Wow, I gotta teach him how to shoot a moving target when he's used to shooting things sitting still.
No comment.
Okay, good luck. Right.
Worlds are about to collide.
Okay, these are shotguns, but I'm confused. Where do I put the magazines with my rounds in it?
I figured you'd ask me something like that.
That's a lot bigger than my 9mm.
Just a little bit. All right, Mark, hop in the station, man. I'm gonna show you what clay target shooting's all about. I want you to take a look at it, and what you're thinking about is, where does the target look big and slow and fat? Because that's usually a really good place to start to break the bird.
Pull.
So what color is the target?
Orange.
And?
Black.
Good. It's important that we see these things. Not all targets are orange and black. Some of them are pink, some of them are all orange, some of them are whatever. But first thing you have to identify is, what am I shooting? Okay. It's all about the target. That's the difference between your world as you look at that front sight when you're shooting a pistol, probably, right?
Right.
And the target's in a soft focus. Well, in this, the gun's in your peripheral soft focus, target's 100% focus. You want to see every little nook and cranny on that clay. Let's shoot one.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so where do you want to break the target?
Right around, you see that little scrub, the bush?
I do.
Right in that area there, because it seems to be arcing and slowing a little bit.
All right, great. Let's take that a step further. Since that's low, I always use the highest part of the horizon if possible.
Okay.
Now I'm going to ask you to tell me if you have any tension in your body. You're going to feel the weight of the gun, but see there, you just made an adjustment.
Yep.
That's squaring yourself up, which what I call is neutral stance on the break area. We don't do anything good under tension. So if you're in any tension when firing the gun, chances are you're not going to move the gun in front of the target the same way every time.
Same way with pistol shooting. I want to be as square to the target as I can get.
Perfect. So here's what I want to do. You know where you're breaking the target. You got your body position in good shape. So the machine's here, you're breaking there. Now we can put some parameters around things. We're going to call the break point 100%.
Okay.
That's the end of its flight path. Now, the trap is, what do you think the numeric value of that trap is?
0.
0. Now we can put a numeric value to our gun hold point. In 28 years of shooting, I've yet to see a presentation which required our gun hold to be less than 50% of the field.
Okay.
In other words, we're going to try to be smart, efficient shooters and let the target do what? Half the work for us. You ever heard the term, let's work smarter, not harder?
Yep. Okay.
I'm sure it applies in your pistol world too, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. So you're holding at 75%, closing the deal at 100. You're doing the last 25. The target's doing 75% of the work. You're going to shoot the bird right above that white barn.
Okay.
Okay, let's do one. On your call, Mark.
Pull.
Look at that. Right in the middle. Okay, let's do another one. Same gun, same target.
Pull.
Jeez. That's excellent.
What am I shooting here?
Well, this is the CZ Southpaw Sterling. This is, being that you're left-handed, Southpaw, you're shooting a cast-on, 14.5-inch, length of pole, 30-inch barreled CZ over-under shotgun. This has mechanical triggers, selectable barrels,
Pull.
manual safety. This has been a very popular gun for people that are left-handed, and you shoot it extremely well. Excellent shooting.
Thanks, Dave. Instruction was great. I learned a lot of small tricks. I feel confident in shooting clay birds. But now it's time for you to come into my world. So get ready to run and keep those pretty little shoes on.
I like my shoes.
Welcome back to Modern Shooter. And you know, I don't believe in unicorns, but today could be the day that one's gonna wander out of the trees, because Mark Redda learned how to shoot a shotgun. Nobody got hurt. Of course, he has the best coach in the world, Dave Miller. Well, now, again, worlds are colliding. Those tables are about to get turned, and it's Mark's turn to put Dave's running shoes on to good use, because Dave is gonna learn how to run a rimfire.
You're in my world now. You don't need the vest.
I feel kind of naked without my shooting vest on.
I'll let you keep the shoes, but the vest has got to go.
Okay.
The difference between your world and my world this time is the target's going to be soft, the sights are going to be hard. The front sight and the sight picture is your speedometer. As fast as you can see a good sight picture is how fast you want to press the trigger. In steel, it's the hits that really count. You can't miss fast enough to make up the time.
Got it.
So,
all right, so I got this little mullet. I got a great big 10-inch steel plate over there about 15 feet away. How hard can that be?
what I want you to do is just load the gun, and I want you to come up and at your own pace, just shoot that steel target and try to put every round in the center of that steel target. Let's see if you can read a good sight picture, and I want to watch how you handle recoil and stuff like that.
Got it.
He actually did better than I thought he was gonna. He might have some talent. So we've accomplished two things. I know you know how to use sights. You can shoot a nice group on a target, but now in rimfire shooting or even any other type of action shooting, you got to be able to go from one area and hit the target. So you got to move to the target. So in the 22 rimfire, you're going to have a sign that says start.
Okay.
The gun's going to start pointed there. You got to go up and hit the steel target.
So I'm going from here to there.
So let's load and make ready.
Okay.
0.68.
Okay.
So you're about a half a second.
Okay.
You should be able to get down to a half a second. Now, go here, back to your start spot, back up. Just do that a few times because you're building that memory in of where you got to move.
That's just like clay target. If you mount the gun to the break point a few times, come back to your hold, you've been there once, you can go there again.
Exactly. 5.9.
Okay.
So you dropped it almost a tenth of a second.
That's good. Is that good?
I know you can hit 5.0.
Okay.
Remember you told me in clay birds, break point, come back to my start point, break point.
That's right.
And what happens? You have a saying.
Well, it's all about the hold point. The hold point's probably the hardest part of the equation, but just going through what I told you in the shotgun world was, where are we gonna break the target? Right there. We're gonna set our body position up on the target. I've done that. I've squared up the target, I've mounted to it, I feel comfortable. Now my hold point and my focal point are actually one and the same in this game, where I'm not looking at a clay target thrower. So I'm moving from my hold to my break just as smooth and as quick as I can. Because like you said, if you go too fast, you're gonna miss. You can't miss fast enough, right?
Correct. But what I want you to try this time is come up on the target, keep your eyes on the target, and just move the gun back there. So now when the buzzer goes off, you're bringing the gun to your eyes. That's already on target.
My eyes are already on the break point.
Correct.
Aha.
Try that, and let's see what kind of a time we get.
Got it.
5.7.
Okay. I can go faster than that.
Okay.
All right. And still hit, I think.
Yep. Ready? 5.0. You got that half second like we were talking about.
Right.
Okay, this time I want you to take 2 shots at the steel target.
Got it.
The reason being, you got to shoot multiple targets in this course of fire. So I want you to come up, bang, bang, which is going to force you to use the sights as speedometer.
Sure.
And this timer is going to break it. I can break it down. I can tell you what the first shot was and how much time for the second shot. So let's see where we're at. There you go. So you had a 7.6 and a 1.9.
Okay.
So you're still 2 shots under a second. That's nothing to
okay, I
sneeze
get it
about,
now.
you know?
That's pretty cool.
So where our time is all off of a buzzer, and in your world the time's off the flight pattern.
Mechanically, I got set up. My eyes were in the right spot. My gun was in the right spot. And whenever the beep went off, the buzzer went off, I just went. It was like the subconscious has got to drive the gun. You've already mechanically been there one time.
Yep.
Okay, let's go make it happen. I didn't tell myself to swing. I just went. And then I pulled the trigger and I pulled the trigger. It just happened so fast.
You shoot competitive shotgunning, and it's the same way you were telling me, Mark, call pull, but it should be a nice fluid mount to the bird. This, you just don't have a stock on your shoulder.
Sure. Man, that was awesome.
Hey, you did great for a newbie.
You did awesome with that shotgun. Well, let's see how things shake down when they give out the awards on Sunday.
Hey everybody, welcome back and thanks for watching Modern Shooter. Where I'm standing right now, and just a little while behind me, they are going to be presenting the awards for the first annual, yes, that means there's another one coming next year, but right now this is the first annual Aguila Cup. It looks quiet, but that's because this really is the calm after the storm. There has been a whole lot of trigger work going on this week. You'd really have to have your head stuck in the sand as of recent to not notice how quickly and aggressively 3-gun is growing, right? And personally, I've got a fair amount of experience on a pistol, a lot with a shotgun, a lot with an AR, but I've never actually meshed them all together. So today, I'm gonna get that opportunity. I'm standing here with Skye Killian, who's been doing this a long time, and I fully expect to make me look horrible, but at the same time, she's gonna walk us through this, because I know there are a lot of other people out there with a lot of gun experience, but you know, some of the intricacies, where do I unload, where do I unload, you know, safety concerns. So let's walk through a stage and
Okay,
you know,
let's
give
do
me
it.
your impressions of 3-gun.
All right, Luke, so this is the beginning of the stage. You're gonna start with the shotgun.
Okay.
This shotgun has starts portion. You're gonna start with 8 rounds in your gun.
Okay.
You're gonna have 7 in the magazine, 1 in the chamber. The start position is on target. So you're gonna have the gun shouldered and you're gonna be aiming on the target of your choice.
Okay.
So you'll shoot the array, and as you'll notice that there's more than 8 shots here, right? So
Yes.
at some point you're gonna have to add some more to your gun. You're gonna have to add a few rounds to the gun.
And I can do that whenever I want to.
You can do that whenever you want to.
All right, so I'm gonna burn through these shotgun targets. There's gonna be 1 reload somewhere in there of my
Yes.
choice. Dump the shotgun, doesn't have to be clear, just on safe. And then
yes.
off to the pistol,
Off
right?
to the pistol. Your
Okay.
pistol is holstered already, and
Yep.
it's going to be loaded.
Okay.
Because when we first begin, when we go through everything, you'll already have all of your firearms loaded and ready to shoot.
All 3 of the guns will be staged.
Yes.
And hot, okay.
Yep. So when you run across here, the only thing to be cognizant of is what we call our 180.
Yep.
180 is when we're facing the back berm. As you hold your arms up, you don't want to go beyond that.
Yep.
So you can't break that 180 plane because that's a safety violation. So as you can see, some of the pistol targets are hidden
Yeah.
from certain locations. So you want to make sure you find the spot where you can see as many as possible.
And I'm totally allowed to shoot 4 here and then move and shoot 4. I mean, it's not
Absolutely.
like mobile.
You are not locked into any location. It's what works best for you.
The beauty of the event, being
Yes.
mobile.
But it's important because the more move you have, the less efficient you are.
All right, so I'm gonna work through the pistol target, shoot, 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 finish up with
Correct.
that last plate. Maintain that 180 rule, keeping the muzzle down. All I have to do is put that gun back on safe. Don't need to dump the mag, don't need to
That's
clear
right.
the pipe. Put it on safe, dump it right here.
Dump it in the bucket.
All right, so now we got the AR targets. We got 6 of them down there, correct?
Correct.
Gotcha. And so I started on the AR targets, boom, 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 boom. As soon as I hit that final one, when does time actually stop? When
Our timers pick up the shots.
So it's the last
So it's
shot.
the last shot.
Okay.
So there's no hurry to unload or anything like that. That's all, just with
Yep.
safety minded.
Yeah.
And that's our concern is
Sure.
being safety. So we're not in a hurry to unload, we're in a hurry to shoot.
Gotcha.
So we want to
That's-
shoot some stuff, we want to do it safely, so the timer picks up the shots.
All right, that's a great way to put it. So this stage in particular, what have some of the best times been?
I think some of our good times right now are about 27 seconds. You got that in you?
Yeah, somewhere, probably not today.
Are you ready? Stand by.
There's mistake number one.
All right, you're done. You made it.
Stress does horrible things to a shooter.
It does.
Horrible things.
It does. It really messes with your mind. Three gun is a bit of a kind of a brain dump.
A brain
There's
dump
a
is
lot going on.
and a butt whoop. I was doing stuff I haven't done. Just oh yeah, safety's supposed to go off when you're shooting.
Yes.
That's right. That's right. And then I knew I was getting close to that, trying to get that sight picture on that new pistol. New for me,
Yes.
right? I knew I was getting close to that reload, and then that starts getting in your head, and I'm not focusing so much on sight picture. I'm focusing on the reload coming up.
There's a lot going on.
That was really cool. No matter which discipline we're talking about, whether it's rimfire, 3-gun, sporting clays, everything boils down to this moment for these competitors.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is our last award of the evening. And the winner of that award goes to Devin Miles.
All right, guys, we want to see everybody at the 2019 Aguila Cup here in Decatur, Texas at Fossil Point Sporting Grounds, June 20th through the 23rd. Mark your calendars. Lots of cash and prizes, a whole lot of fun. Bring your family, bring your friends. We want to see you here.